Hello, this is Ave-OLetsPlays.
I'm Ave-OLetsPlays.
Player 2.
And today we are doing a discussion on the rumor of Super Smash Bros. New characters, which is Roy, maybe, and Ryu?
Street Fighter.
What?
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but sure, we'll get into it later.
Yeah, and also while we're doing this discussion, we decided to go ahead and play Smash Bros. As we're doing it. So I am player 4 right now.
I am player 3.
And player 2 is actually player 1.
Right, and we got the amiibo deity Link. Let's go.
Alright, let's get started.
Alright, so overall, player 2, you said you didn't see much of a reason to have who in it?
That'd be Ryu. When's the last time Ryu appeared on a Nintendo home console? I know that Street Fighter showed up on the 3DS, but he couldn't even get a Wii U release. He hasn't shown up at all as far as the Wii U goes, so I'm like, why does Ryu get to be in Smash Brothers? While I admit, he'll be a great addition. His moveset in Street Fighter complements Smash Bros. Kind of perfectly, but it's just that I just kind of feel like there's another character out there somewhere that just makes more sense to me.
I'll agree with that, because I didn't see the point of having him either. What do you think, Ave-Blaze?
I read somewhere some comments in Section Fury and the formula or Smash Brothers website. There's some theories going around that Ryu had to be in the game in order to get Mega Man. I don't know if this is true. This is just a theory, y'all, but if that's the case, then it makes sense. But either way, it doesn't make sense. Well, it doesn't make sense. Well, it's out the blue. It doesn't make sense if it's coming out of nowhere. But either way, I'm glad he's included in there. If he's even in the game. It looks like he's destined to become a fighter in there, which would make perfect sense. His moves, his sets, everything. Yeah, it's perfect for Smash. Could you imagine?
Okay, you were telling me you think he was going to be overpowered before. Why?
Originally, when I had this conversation with you, I thought Nintendo would probably make him a very powerful character, seeing as how he's Ryu and he's a fighter in his history, given his history. You couldn't, an iconic character, you couldn't have him as a mid-tier or low-level character, so either he's going to be an overpowering character or he's going to be a top tier. Anything less than that doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, at first you were saying he was going to be God tier, like automatic, but I guess you switch up your thought on this.
Yeah, I thought about it a little bit. Like afterwards, maybe God tier is a bit extreme, even though I could still see him being up there if used correctly. An overpowering character. But I thought about it, maybe not God tier, but maybe top tier character. Maybe like the A+ character, A+ range. Anything less than that wouldn't seem right for such an iconic character, especially a fighter.
But you know what? You bring up an interesting point. I think that when you had these basically special guest players, these celebrity players, these Sonics and Pac-Mans and Snakes, I feel like there's a bit of a conflict when it comes to developing these characters, because on one hand, it's like you want the character to be good because you want to do him justice, but on the other hand, why make an outside character one of the best characters in your fighting game? It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I understand you want to pay tribute and pay some respects, but there's no reason for an outside character like Snake to be such a high tier character in Brawl versus some of these other characters that have been mainstays. Just my opinion.
All these characters are supposed to be good, but they're imbalanced. Now, as far as the old Smash goes, they could have put a patch out to at least balance them out more. They did that this time around, and I'm sure they'll try to keep doing so if necessary. Nobody is supposed to be, to my thoughts, nobody's technically supposed to be made as a bottom tier character. They just end up that way, unless it's I don't know. I was gonna say Luigi, but who knows? Somebody they really don't care that much about.
Well, Luigi's a pretty good character in his own right. He has his advantages. One thing I noticed is playing a couple of people online who've used Ganondorf, man. Ganondorf has been proven to be pretty effective.
Yeah, Ganondorf is decent. I mean, he still should be. He could be a little better, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I think that he should not be what he is. I mean, I think that Ganondorf is more deserving of just being a Cat and Falcon clone. No doubt in my mind about that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah. But to me, with that case, going back to what we was talking about originally, the other characters y'all speak of, like Snake, Sonic, Pac-Man, those guys make sense. They're platformers. They're not fighters. But when you add Ryu into the mix, he's a fighter, which has history. He came before Smash Brothers, which I can see why in the interest of conflict.
That's still not really a big point for that though.
It'd probably be Nintendo paying homage. Like, let's make him good. Because I can't see Ryu being a pushover character. I just can't see it.
Well, no, I don't think so either. But still, just to say that just because he came from a fighting game don't mean he should be automatically God tier.
No, of course not. Of course not. I had to think that over. At first, it was just me in the moment. I was like, yo, we get Ryu, such an iconic character, he should automatically be up there. And then after thinking about it, it's like, yeah, Ryu is good and all, but I don't think he should be a God tier character, but he should be up there, like top. I can see Ryu, I can see him doing some things in Smash Brothers. I can see him being a pretty powerful character.
Yeah, I expect him to be a powerful character too. I don't expect him to be fast though.
He shouldn't be fast. He should be a very strong character. Of course, he'll have his Hadouken as probably his neutral B, his
Hadouken.
I can see his
Hurricane Kick.
The Hurricane Kick probably being either a side B or a down B, and of course the Shoryuken as his up special. So I mean, like I said, on paper he makes a lot of sense as to him being on, his moveset as far as that goes. But when it comes to like his actual, like a reason for him to be in a Super Smash Brothers game, it just doesn't hold up like it used to. I mean, if this was Super Nintendo days, sure, but like Street Fighter hasn't shown up really on a Nintendo console since when? I mean, I don't remember anything on Nintendo 64. Yeah. I don't really remember a Street Fighter game for GameCube, and I don't remember a Street Fighter game for Wii. Ryu has made appearances in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, but
I think the last Street Fighter game was on GameCube, and it was actually Street Fighter Third Strike. I actually had this, Third Strike, and Marvel vs. SNK. So.
Okay, and like I said, he showed up in Tatsunoko vs. Capcom for the Wii, but the last Street Fighter game was on 3DS, and I'm like, that's kind of a odd move if you ask me. Who's gonna buy a Street Fighter game on 3DS? I know I didn't.
I don't know. I guess the same thing could kind of be said for Mega Man also with Capcom. I mean, Mega Man's been on more Nintendo games recently, I guess, even though, they really haven't made Mega Man game in who knows when.
Well, he still had Mega Man 9, he still had Mega Man 10.
That was still a couple years ago now, but all the same, they could. I do see what you're saying with Street Fighter, but at the same time, same thing could be said with Mega Man. Mainly because they haven't had any real exclusive games. Either one of them. They haven't had any exclusive games for Nintendo.
And the new Street Fighter 5 is a PlayStation 4 exclusive, so let's see.
So
maybe when that exclusive is up, it might come to on Nintendo.
And then snuffed one more time. Okay, enough about Ryu. What about Roy? Because I feel he's a complete waste of time also. Unless they're going to change up his moves, which they're not. They're not going to change up his moves at all.
Roy has a fan base. I can't say who exactly is excited. I'm not excited. I mean, I guess he's there. I mean, I don't know. Can't exactly say I'm excited about this one. I'm more excited for Lucas than I am for Roy.
Yeah, I'm more excited for Lucas as well. And honestly, I didn't have a GameCube, so Super Smash Bros. Melee for me was, you know, kind of, I never got a chance to like explore all the different characters the way I did with Brawl and with Wii U. Man, that was ugly. But so I'm not as excited when it comes to Roy as I am for Lucas. I mean, I can imagine he won't be like a complete clone of Marth. I'm pretty sure he'll have some good advantages.
Actually, he is, isn't he? He just has fire and just a little more powerful.
He was pretty much a complete clone, except for
he's a little more powerful and he has fire.
Yeah, this was because in the Wii U Smash and Brawl, that's when they actually like made them a little different, but their actual movesets were the exact same.
But I mean, Roy's our boy, so Roy has a following, so I guess it was destined that he ended up in Smash. Sakurai did say this is his last one, so maybe he's going out with a bang by putting all of the characters in every single Smash in there.
But they might as well have just made a pack with all the old characters in there and just
put them right off the bat, or he should have put them in there right off the bat.
Yeah, there was no real need for that.